And we're back just a week later. So, everybody good? Everyone ready and prepped for this?
Yes.
Yeah, ready for a
Very
jungle
yes,
adventure? Right, so quite a lot happened in the last session. So as usual, we just go through our quick notes of what happened. In the early hours of the morning, the voice of Mask rang out through his temple. He granted a gift to the paladin Ndwale and raised him to a position of power among the council. Ndwale was charged with following the fleeing cultists and finding their lair. All the remaining worshippers were told to submit themselves for judgment by his champion, Yoshie. Around the same time, Eldas was dreaming. Through a few confusing encounters, Eldas managed to commune with the spirit of Toril and was granted 2 gifts: an enhancement to her wild shape and a potion recipe. She was also granted knowledge of the impending war should the Forsaken One be born, and was told to seek the city of Omu and destroy the Soulmonger to avert this fate. The day was spent with Eldas making potions with varying levels of success, Anthir trying to commune with Tempos with no level of success, and Nada, accompanied by Yoshie, being mildly assaulted by a very competent masseuse. Nipa had headed to the Temple of Savras to gain more information on Ubtao, his followers, and the city of Mesro, and encountered 3 thugs threatening Grandfather Zintembe, the temple elder. They broke off at his entrance, and the high priest eagerly granted Nipa's request to use the temple archives and assigned Inet to assist him. They spent that night at Wikunga's mansion, but would have to find alternative accommodations the next night as Wikunga was hosting a family event. They resolved to stay at a safe place that Yoshie knew after Nipa learned the basics of enchanting from Wikunga the next morning. The party encountered Ishak, a missing priest from the Temple of Savras, and were told to speak to the wise guardian of Orolunga west of Mbala. She can direct you to that which you seek. After following him to the temple and questioning him about the whereabouts of Mbala, Inet revealed that she had been having visions of red-robed wizards operating near Mbala and the Aldani Basin. She requested to join them on their journey if they were heading that way. That evening ended with Eldas studying in Stavern's library, looking for information on Orolunga. Right. That takes us up to where we are now. Still in the evening. What does everyone want to do?
I think we worked out I didn't find anything, didn't we?
Yeah, you couldn't find too much about Orolunga. I can give you sort of a whereabouts. It's near the Kobold Mountains. Actually near the Mistcliff Mountains, where the mountains come down in sort of like a horseshoe shape, and it's nestled between those the valley there. That's about as much as you can say, and you know it's west of Mbala. So you guys just going to take it easy for the evening? Rest up.
Yeah,
I
think
day?
I think Nipa and I is just, maybe flicking for their own notes. Nard's just trying to not cause any trouble, just not sure what to do.
What about everyone else?
Yoshie's just going to be consulting with Nipa about how much this enchantment would cost.
Yeah, you've got the
enchantment card.
Yeah, you've got the card there. Is that if you can post that through to Nipa, and that should give you all the details with the research.
Yeah, but that's kind of an issue. Whenever I try to copy it, it just copies the plain text.
That's fine, it's got all the information it needs there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I'll...
So you spend a little bit of time in conversation with Nipa, sort of saying, oh, you want this sort of darkness put onto it and everything, and Nipa sort of begins to sort of work out his calculations. And he comes up, if you want to post it, I can sit here. So it's roughly 600 quid's worth of gold pieces.
I'm guessing that accounts for the material components.
Yeah, that's for the
Yep.
blue gold, any of the material components, but it doesn't include if there's a special item which is required.
Do we start out with any inspiration or?
Yeah, you can have everyone inspiration at the beginning of the session. We'll do that as a house rule. Oh yeah, it does actually include the cost of the rare, in this case rare item. That's where most of the cost comes from.
Oh,
Fair enough.
I think I've just spent far too long in the city as well, and like Charmander, we both just want to get back out into the wild.
Jumping by the bit. Okay, so I'll say you're all sort of like getting ready to sort of like retire for the night, and Astiro pops her head in, and she looks over to you, Yoshie, and she says, "Champion, may I have a word with you for a moment?"
yes, sure.
Steps out
Yoshie
into the corridor.
Follows.
Yeah. So, yeah, you just stop out into the corridor, and she basically says, I wanted to tell you that the contract has been lifted. Suavo and Gani has removed the contract. The information's just come through to us now. And that resolves that particular quest, so everyone gains 2,000 experience points.
Oh, nice. Let me just plug in my mouse.
I'm also going to refresh the camera because I can't see Jack.
Yeah, Jack's just died.
Yay! Fantastic.
Hello.
So 2,000. Right. Dear Lord.
Yes, I've got everyone up now. Okay, so I think the only thing you've got left to do is to go through to the Temple of Savras, pick up a net, speak to Grandfather Zatambe, see what his visions have provided for him, unless there's anything anyone wants to do here.
Yeah. When Yoshie goes back into the room, he's going to inform everybody that the bounty has been lifted.
That's good news. Nipa's more relaxed at that news. He's been a bit uptight, a bit wary.
You've now got that pressure off your back. Absolutely.
Yes.
And I mean, are you going to mention anything about, making sure Imbala's inn is protected, or?
No, I think we need to go back and double check, don't we?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, you do know the person who's responsible as part of this guild for protecting it. I think with the power you're currently commanding,
Yes.
I think Yoshie should be able to ensure that that's protected. So should we do a persuasion check for Yoshie to see if that actually works? Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, so we'd say from now the inn is back under Ndwale's protection. So yeah, that's resolved. That's all fantastic. And I'll also say that while you're here, Archivist Staven would be pulling you aside to speak to you a little bit about the poisoning. We'll see if you learn it or not, if you gain enough of an understanding to be considered proficient.
Okay. So poisons kit check.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. He was playing or he
Wait, I
balled
used my
yarn.
inspiration.
You use your inspiration. Okay. So, yeah, it's so confusing. And the things he's talking to you about with these poisons and everything, it's so different from what you've understood. It's like a next level up. But right at the end, something sort of just kicks into place, and you may now consider yourself proficient in the poisoning skill and able to make that second set of poisons, which you've got on your poisons list.
So
Do you know the
for
ones
my
I mean?
poisonous kit, how would I add the proficient? Okay, yeah, done.
Yeah, you got it?
Yep.
Well, it's actually not under the poisoners kit. It should be under your special handouts, poisons.
Oh, poison.
So you can make all the other sort of assassin's blood, burnt oath of fumes, carrion crawler mucus, drow poison. All of those you can now make and sell for the same price as is listed there.
Nice.
Okay. All right. End of the night closes. You wake up after a fairly restless night. I think certainly Nipa's not feeling quite comfortable in this environment.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you feeling about being in this thieves?
In a
so to
in
speak?
a hotbed full of thieves, it's a bit of a very night. Nipa's mainly the one who's practicing a more extreme level of vigilance. Nada's conducting his same level of martial upstanding. You know, as any soldier does, they keep themselves ready to rock and roll when needed. Keep themselves fighting fit, that sort of thing. But if you had to pick someone as paranoid, it would be Nipa.
It would be Nipa. Okay, because I mean, this is the room that you're staying in. You expect to sort of like camp out on your camp rolls on the floor and everything like that. You setting up any sort of watches or?
I mean,
just basically
I
on
think
trust?
Nipa would stay up a bit, and just keep an eye out. Probably do a bit of research, but he's probably making a list of what he needs to find out. Like, they've got one final chance to get books or get some research in tomorrow before they have to hop off to the jungle.
Okay.
And I think you know where I'm going with that.
Temple of Severus?
No,
No?
what I want to do with that. So what I mean to get books into research.
No, I don't know what you mean. You're gonna have
You
to
know,
sort of spell it out for me.
we talked about this before. The like what materials, that sort of thing.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So
Yes.
we're retconning that Nada has researched himself on how to make crossbows more wieldy for the kobold physique. I mean, he's very strong himself, and hence the reason why he can wield this massive crossbow. But if he's going to be looking to extend this sort of weapon out to training for the rest of the kobolds, there's going to have to be some changes made. And one of the things that he's figured out is he could reduce the size of the crossbow by incorporating two metals into the bow arm, namely being mithril to keep it light and adamantine to give it strength. It's not quite there yet. I think you're still sort of like working out calculations in your mind and how this could be done.
I think it really needs to go to Nipa to have that sort of final, that very much scientifically designed phase. It's at this stage of, right, these are two metals that are good for this, but how do we now actually design
exactly
that?
what temperature do you need to do to have them at to let them fuse but not actually amalgamate too much so that they still remain slightly separate?
That's the idea. It's
okay. Yeah, so I mean, he's done that sort of he's done that work, but it's going to take a little while to actually perform all the calculations. Okay, so we'll say that there is a watch kept throughout the night, and every now and then someone pops their head in the door just to sort of check that everyone's okay. Always giving the up nod to the person that's on watch. Yeah, so wake up in the morning. It's not the same as being in Wakanga's palace. There's not food cooked to order or anything like that. You are left to your own devices.
rations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you start munching on rations, sort of maybe heating it up over the fireplace, which is in the corner here.
Yeah.
All right. So you're all sitting there munching on breakfast.
Dry jerky. What?
Yummy, yummy.
Road
Where to
food.
first? What are you doing?
So, is there any way to tell the time in the room?
There's no clock in the room. I mean, you assume with Nada and his sort of natural sort of waking up early in the morning, sort of almost regimentedly at sort of like 6-7 o'clock. You would assume it's to be around about that sort of time in the morning.
Morning, guys.
Howdy.
I think you're just like, what are you waking me up so early for?
So yeah,
We've got a
Yoshie
lot
sort
of
of
work to do.
curls up around the warm fire and everything, eyes closed, absently sort of nomming on a stick of dried meat.
Also, Christ, what
I'm
was I
ready.
say?
Let's go.
Okay.
Finally got some art. That's
Yes. So
Oh,
for
wait.
next session, there should be some new art for Nada.
it's either that or you can make a token over the break. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, as no one seems to be wanting to do anything else here,
Yeah.
we pop out to Temple of Savras. Everyone going together.
It's an early breakfast, an early rise.
Early breakfast, early rise. He's a high priest. He's up early anyway. So yes, you are at the Temple of Savras. Just as you're leaving, though, Stavan comes up to you, Yoshie, and he says he's been doing some research about the Blade of Return, and trying to find out where you can locate it, because as you know, that is your mission.
Yeah.
That's what you've been told to seek. And he says he's tracked down the last holder of it as being... someone by the name of Dwali. Okay, but this is about sort of 60 years ago. And
I've heard that name, though.
Pardon?
I saw it.
You've heard that name?
I've heard that name.
Okay. No, not Undwale.
No.
This is just Dwali, yeah. And he says, I don't know if you're coming back or not, but I do have this, so I can, if there's any further information, I'll be able to contact you. And he presses into your palm a sending stone.
Oh, great.
So yeah, now you've got a point of contact back to the, well, at least a verbal point of contact back to the guild.
And one of your own volition, of course. It doesn't involve another character.
Yeah. I say thank you.
Okay, so yeah, you in the Temple of Savras, and Grandfather Zatembi. Let's just see what happens there. You made to wait for a little while, but there we go. After a while, Zatembi comes down to see you, and his piercing blue eyes seem to have a little bit of sort of worry around them, and he does say that he's had a vision. Okay.
A vision?
Can you elaborate?
Yes, he says, I saw a jungle city far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. One moment the streets were bare, and then all the snakes came boiling out to cover the streets. It was full of snakes everywhere. And I saw a black obelisk draped in vines. I dare not peer any deeper, for I felt a fear. But you must seek out this city and this obelisk.
I feel like there's a city of Omu.
Yeah, does this sort of relate anything to Nipa?
As into a location?
Yeah, does the description relate to any sort of lore or sort of known ancient city, ancient
Not
site?
really. No, not really. I mean, it wouldn't be the lost city if the knowledge was just there because you came from Cholt. If you know what I
Was
mean.
there any people? Did you see any people, or was it just snakes?
There were no people. It was just Snakes. Snakes everywhere. But I had a great feeling of fear. I was afraid, and I could not look any deeper. But it is to
Thank
the
you.
south. And the snakes are important. They must be important. That's all
Thank
he
you
could
for,
get from his vision.
Nipa thanks him, and has a little bit of concern in his eyes, but obviously it may be to do with the vision. He's not too sure.
Okay. You see Annette come out, and she's slinging a bag, an adventure pack, over her shoulder. Seems wide-eyed with excitement, ready for a journey to begin. And she says, "Thank you, Grandfather. I will be back when I have more information." And she comes and stands by you, all expectantly. Yes.
Oh.
Is
Are you
there
ready?
anything you want? I mean, she's going to accompany you now. Anywhere else that you want to go in the city, if you want to.
I think maybe just stop by the markets.
Okay.
Maybe just. I know Nipa and Nada might grab a few books and just metallurgy, that sort of thing. It's just something
I
they
just
can
wanna get
peer
out of
into.
this city.
Just 5 minutes.
Um.
I just need to get a few books.
Okay. So yeah, you pick up a handful of books.
For how much gold would you
It's
say?
5 silver. 5 silver. It's not
Fair enough.
not too much. They're not magical tomes or anything like that. None of it applies to magic. It's all about metals and even extracting
I'll just put
ores.
in my inventory a small selection of basic books on metallurgy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So with that, you should be able to see your canoe up here by Port Nyanzaru.
Yep.
And
We
where
said
are
that
you
we'd
going?
travel along the river, didn't we?
You what? Sorry.
We said that we'd travel along the river, and then we have Imbala and the basin.
Aldani Basin.
Yep.
Which is where the river Shoshin Star will terminate. West of the Aldani Basin is Mbala, and west of that is Orolunga.
Yeah, 'cause we're
Nestled
not
in
gonna
the
bother with Medro now, are we? That's just abandoned city that might have given us a lead, but we've got this.
And we've got a lead that we should follow up. If it leads us to Mesro, then so be it. But
So
So
you've
we
got
got
Aldani
it.
Basin, which is around about this area, which Annette wants to travel to. You've got Mbala, which you
Yeah.
know is here, and
That's where
Orolunga
we're going down this south.
yeah, no.
is around here. Okay, so your canoe can travel 2 hexes in one day, an extra 1 hex if you're pushing it as fast travel if it's available, and if you were travelling downriver you get an extra +1 hex, but you don't, you're travelling upriver. So
Okay, well, what is the weather?
let's have a look. The weather macro. It's
And the weather
overcast.
report.
It's hot and humid, and some insects cloud the air. Allows fast-paced movement. On a successful DC 15 survival check. Perception checks are at a disadvantage when moving at fast pace. How? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So,
I think Anthir should do the survival check.
okay.
I got 8 survival.
Oh, okay, you should do it then. I have +7.
How about we just don't survive
And
instead?
inspiration.
Really?
I use
Fair enough.
Charmander's inspiration.
Use Charmander.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so, move your 3 hexes.
so we're going down here. So So
Take
1,
control of me, yeah.
2,
Right, squeeze.
3. Just say if it comes
Okay.
down to river. Yeah.
Alright, so you're paddling along the shore, and the sun's beginning to set, and you start looking around for a sort of a cove that you can pull into. You're in the part of the river where it's sort of like the delta area, but it's still more sort of sea, and the tide's coming in at the moment. So there's the last bit of beach, really, that you're before the jungle proper sort of starts and the river carries through. So you start heading towards the.
We haven't been this way. Well, we have been up this way, haven't we? We walked it.
No, you walked up this way here, towards Fort Balurian. This is the first time you've been along this shore. Although you might recognise the camp map because I'm just reusing maps.
No, it's because I've got like the ability to recall land quite well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that means that you're not going to get lost. I'm not going to do any sort of do you get lost today sort of mechanics or anything like that because you've got the ability to always remain true. So that just makes life a lot easier. And hence the reason why you don't have a guide with you either. Alright, so you start sort of paddling in towards shore. And everyone make a perception check.
Oh dear lord.
Okay.
It's not it's not a disadvantage, is it? Because there's no
Not
sort
a
of visible
disadvantage.
daylight.
Okay, right, Anthir's really high, so I think Anthir's the one. Well, I don't know. We can
Just give
do
me a sec. This is
Anthir and Yoshie.
this is Nipa.
Anthir.
So I've got to do the as thing. I need to do this more.
Okay.
Nada.
Anthir and Yoshie, 23 and 21.
Okay. Yeah. So, Anthir. Yeah, both of you basically notice it at the same time, and it's a big dark shape in the water below you that just sort of like swims under the boat. Probably. I mean, you can't tell how far down, but it's a big, massive shape. You keep silent. No one else has noticed it.
Oh, because I don't know.
I say, guys. Look down.
What? That's not very clear. What's going on? What have you found?
There's
Like Nada
something
just ears over,
big
just
under
crossbow. Let's get off the river. And where's the closest?
Okay.
Where's the closest of natural
You start
harbour in
heading
a sense?
directly towards shore. At this moment, it's only about 100 sort of feet away, and you start sort of paddling desperately. Now all of you see this dark shape swim underneath, and it's joined by two other dark shapes as well. Can everyone please roll initiative? We do a bit of battling.
Well, there's a chin for this that I'm putting on.
How are we supposed to roll initiative for our individual characters? Because you have to click on their tokens to actually.
You can click on your character sheet as well. Oh, but here is the map.
Yeah, I'm.
Anthir's just clicked on his character sheet, and then it says no token was selected, so it's not gone into turn order.
Yeah, mine's all the
Anthir's
same.
19. Let's have a look.
Nipa's 18.
Okay, so Anthir. I'm just going to add a turn to everyone, and you can. Eldas, net.
It's still not adding it. It says
No,
mine
we need to add it manually.
Okay, so I'm going to start from the top. Anthir, what's yours?
19.
Okay. Eldas?
I've got 5. No, oh sorry, Elder's got 20, Charmander got 5.
Okay. Annette got. Where's hers? Oh, I'll do hers in a bit. Nipa, you've done yours. Charmander. What did you get? Oh, you can enter your own. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so everyone into their own in while I'd get Annette's initiative sorted out. So 19. Brilliant. And then
Yoshie. Can I learn that?
I
you
don't
can
know
that?
actually.
That looks more like a monstrosity to me, less like.
It's actually Plesiosaurus. They are dinosaurs and beasts, and they are CR level 2, so they can actually be
So you
learned.
can.
So
How
I can
about-
please your ass.
Okay, so let me just roll for these. I'm going to just group them up quickly. Hopefully my group initiative is now working. Yes, okay. Alright, sort descending.
Which one of you two has the highest dex then? The NPC or Anthir?
Probably Yoshie.
It's an Anthir. Because
Right, so we've got Eldas first. Okay, now we need to sort of work out, because I think as the two Firbolgs, it would be Anthir and Eldas that are rowing. So if you want to be able to move the boat another sort of 10 feet, you can do, but you need to make a strength check, Eldas. Or you can stay where you are and make a battle. Oh, beautiful! Alright, so
And try and move over to that one and see if I can get close enough to reach my hand out to it.
what are you doing? That's what you.
I want to learn it. I want to be one.
okay,
with
so
this
you
deep-
get to there.
How deep is this water?
This water is currently around about 30 feet. You will only be able to, you particularly will only be able to stand in the last 5 feet of water before it gets to the shore. Yeah. Otherwise, it's swimming. Yeah.
Eldas, stop! No.
Okay. So,
Just put my hand over the water and try and commune with it.
you want to try commune with it. Okay. So, what do you say
Yes,
to this Plesiosaurus?
friendly, it's safe. Come close.
You see it swimming sinuously up towards you. As it gets closer, you can see this massive long neck, which is sort of, at least a third of the body, and atop of it, with razor sharp teeth, is this nasty looking head, and it doesn't commune back. You get the sense of danger. This is, you are simply its
Hungry.
lunch talking to him. That's it.
Why?
It's not quite in the range for you to be able to touch it. You could hold an action to try and touch it when when it attacks.
Yeah.
You.
I have a question.
And count your fingers
I have a
now. Get a
crossbow.
last look.
If we got onto land and I
Mhm.
guiding bolted the water, would it get all of them?
No.
Okay.
Why would you guide him by the water? It's not electricity. It's force, isn't it?
I don't know. It's
Guiding bolt
no,
force.
it's radiant. It's radiant.
Oh, there you go then.
I thought it was electricity. I didn't know.
So Eldas,
It's
are you holding an
shocking.
action, or are you going to attack, or?
I am going to
Get us all killed.
possibly.
Well,
I don't want to transform on the boat in case I tip it. So
All right, guys. So what are your next characters going to be?
yeah, I've just paid like nearly £100 for art, so it's gonna get you some more money.
Speak of animals, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Nada linking that?
No.
Right.
No, that's
Nipa,
Eldas.
rather.
But she's
It's me.
Oh, it's you, right.
I'm not. I want to just
I
fireball
want
this
to
thing.
try and persuade it to let me touch it.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Oh,
Okay,
for fuck's
it
sake.
is really, really high, because it's in attack mode. Really high.
You don't remember my kobolds are tiny and
Okay.
they are small creatures.
Yeah, they're just looking to gobble you up. Yeah, it's not high enough. So that's the end of your action. All right.
No, that's you.
I just got to go get the door. 1 sec.
Yeah, cool.
Excuses. You get back here and pay for your actions.
Anthir is just completely freaked out by these things.
Okay, this one here, its head has broken the surface about 5 feet away, so you'd be able to get target on them. These two are still shapes underneath the water, and as you're on that side, can you make another perception check, please, Anthir?
Okay. 19.
Okay, so yes, you do notice it. You see on the map here, there's a shape.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, you see that sort of shape, and then it sort of disappears.
Yeah, I see
Sort of turns around, and it looks like it's just swimming towards you.
Okay.
When it's under the water.
I say, I think there's another one like over there. I point over to it, and then once I point it over, I like spin my finger around and just point towards the head of this one.
Okay.
And I cast a level 3 guiding bolt at it.
Oh, okay. So what is it? So it's just basically the head, which is sort of you see the vast sort of mass of it under the water, and the head sort of coming out. Wow. Okay, so it definitely does hit.
Just not
For
for very
21.
much damage.
Sorry.
Just not for very much damage.
No. Well, I mean, it's a fair amount. So what happens? This is the first blow of the fight. Describe this. So you've pointed your finger. This guiding bolt has just shot out towards the head, and I say you hit it just sort of on the neck a little bit. What happens to do this 21 points of damage?
I think it's just like the radiance just like illuminates its veins, like lighting up the water around it, and it sort of just singes him from inside out.
Cool. So it's like the bolt is sort of torn through its neck a little bit, and
Yeah.
all around the neck you see sort of like this golden sort of spread of veins sort of come out, and then sort of the light fades away. It's sort of like cauterized it. It's sort of burnt. Nice. Okay. So the boat is staying where it is because you used your action to.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Anything else you want to do?
I might have a bonus action.
Okay.
Yes. No. No. I don't think I do have a bonus action.
Okay. All right. So Annette sort of looks frightenedly wide-eyed around at you, and then sort of digs into her pouch, and she brings out this little sort of feathered sort of thing. She dips it in the water, and she splashes it on Nipa, Eldas, and
I said I didn't mean to do that.
Anthir. And you are all blessed. You can't hear me? Hello? Can everyone hear me? Okay, I'm going to
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Okay, let me just reset that. Okay, how about now? You can't hear? Alright, let's see what's happened on Discord. So So I'm going to... Riley, if you just tell them I'm going to come out of Discord, come back in and see if that works. Okay, how about
try
now?
checking. Okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. It just had to come out of the voice and back in for some reason. Discord problems. Okay, so Annette splashes you in the face with water on Nipa, Eldas, and Anthir, and you all have the bless spell. So if you can add that to yourselves, and I'll mark that she is concentrating.
What is that?
So the bless spell gives you. I'll link it for you. It gives you +4 on your plus a
How
1d4.
shall I mark it? Should I mark it with like the trophy or something?
You should have a status thing.
Goal, half heart, half
Anyway, let me
haze.
link this quickly. So bless is that.
I can't find the stat. I can't find the marker.
Okay, so just use the blue marker then, to say that you're blessed.
Green.
Or green.
I want to rebel and use green because he's a wizard and if he concentrates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is it who else is she casting bless on? Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a little bit.
She's casting on Anthir for you and Eldas, because she can only do up to 3 people.
Thanks. Yeah.
And she
I'll do
says,
green
"I
because-
think we need to make for the shore."
Yes, I think we should. And at that, can Nipa see over the edges of the boat? Is he tall?
Yeah, no, you are. It's a canoe, so yeah, it's quite easy. Standing up, you'll be able to stick your head over and have a look. And yeah, you definitely see Plesiosaurus 1 here.
Oh.
And as your head pops up, he's sort of like, the head sort of snaps to you and is like, "Oh, you're a nice, tasty little morsel."
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this.
Okay.
I pull out a diamond at my component pouch and I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb using a lightning damage.
Okay.
And I'm using my. Is he next to me? Is he next to an ally?
He's,
No, he's not.
not quite next to an ally, no.
That misses. I'm tempted to use my inspiration, but I think that's a shitty thing to do it on. So no, it goes wide.
Inspiration's there for a reason. It's up to you. You use it wherever you want. But if you don't use it by
True,
the end of
I
this
did that.
session,
It goes, isn't
it
it?
will
Okay,
reset
then,
for
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll use it. Screw it. It needs to happen.
Okay. So describe this lightning chromatic orb as it arcs towards the Plesiosaurus and does 17 points of damage.
So I just pop my head out and you just see I lift my cane, my bone staff above the thing, and with the diamond in hand, they both glow, and it's like this connection, like a quick zap to the staff, and then almost like a bolt. Like, I wouldn't say gold, but this sort of rusty coloured bolt flies into this creature.
There's a crack of thunder as it arcs through the air and connects, and
It's not quite godly, but there's something about it.
okay, superb. Anything else before we move on to Yoshie?
Duck. Just get behind the wall.
Okay, so you duck down again, going, "Oh shit, that thing's rather large."
Yes.
Yoshie.
Yoshie's just gonna try to like push through the crowd to get like to where almost within 10 feet of the creature.
I don't think you're going to be able to get within 10 feet from where you are. I mean,
Okay.
look how crowded the boat is, and
Yeah.
really sort of trying to sort of push through would possibly sort of upset the boat, and then people would possibly fall in.
I have a question. If Carol's chain dagger says range 10/15, does it mean I can use the 15 feet but with disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to do that.
Okay. Alright, so you all hear this whistling through the air as Yoshie sort of circles this dagger around and he launches it towards the Plesiosaurus. And disadvantage is 14, so, and it hits. Okay, so, it's sort of, where do you hit it? There's only the head and neck available.
I think as it goes to, like, open its mouth and take a bite at somebody, I just hit it, like, at the side through the side of the face.
Okay, so you see it through the lower part of the jaw, the dagger sort of go in, and then as you rip it back out, the barbs of the dagger tear a chunk of the cheek away. So you do in total 15 points of damage there.
Yep, and I'm just going to spin the chain dagger around me.
Okay, so above you, as almost like a protective net over everyone, as this thing's going above you. Alright, so Plesiosaurus 3 is going to swims up to, that's 5, 10, 15, swims down underneath the other Plesiosaurus and swims up here. And it's actually going to attack the canoe.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, fuck you!
So, alright, the canoe only has an armor class of 10. With a critical fail, it misses this massive canoe. That is its action. Alright, so Nada, this thing's come out of the water. You see it sort of snap towards the edge of the canoe right in front of your face, and the teeth snap like inches away as a wave sort of rocks it out of the way. So you look in this almost dead in the eyes. What are you doing?
I don't think... I think Nada wouldn't have really been having had any weapons out until this point. I think just seeing this thing's right up against him, he doesn't really have time to prepare his crossbow. He just snatches out his scimitar of darkness and goes for 2 swipes.
Okay, so just quick swipes across the face.
First one, advantage.
Oh, beautiful. So it crits on the first one. So a surprise that its bite not sort of getting where it is. It sort of like stops for a moment and just catches the scimitar to the side of the face. For 14. Hang on.
Oh, so just duff. And I think
22.
And I think as he does this, he leans in for a first shot using the bonus action ability of the weapon.
Okay.
Yes, let me just get this. Where is it? Where is the weapon?
So you're using up your bonus action, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, just bonus action attack with it. Oh,
Jesus. Okay, so for another, 3 quick swipes across the face, and it's sort of like Eldas, with your sort of understanding of animal speech, you can sort of see it beginning to sort of reconsider this particular course of action.
Actually, yeah, no, okay. Yeah, no, action surge.
Yeah, action surging, okay, brilliant.
It's a brutalised damn thing.
Okay.
Advantage, remember that one? So that hits?
Yes, okay, brilliant. So that hits as well.
16?
That hits as well. Okay, so within moments, this thing has swum up to the canoe, tried to attack it, and then just gets this blistering attack. There's just cuts appearing all over its face and neck. It's looking hurt.
This is 5 attacks in 6 seconds.
Yeah, this is quite a lot.
I mean, this is a magical weapon first. I can imagine, like, as the second attack lands, it begins to sort of glow and sort of show off its less than lovely origins. And then by the 5th attack, it's sort of glowing this deep purple.
Okay, so there's like a
Just-
purple sheen.
Just-
When you see oil on water and you
Yeah.
get those colours, there's almost like that patina which runs down the blade.
As the attacks become less fueled by Nada and more fueled by the magic, it just gets stronger and stronger.
Stronger and stronger. Okay, so that is the end of your turn, and you can't move. Well, you can move, but yeah.
Not really.
Plesiosaurus 2 comes swimming up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, easily. Okay, and it's going to attack the boat. Hits the boat.
Shit.
Okay, so the boat loses 15. Okay, and everyone in the boat, please make a dexterity save DC 15. Okay.
That's Nada. Sorry, I rolled it as Nipa. This is Nipa.
Well, I'm not good at dexterity saves. That's Anthir.
So both the kobolds make it.
Okay, so both the kobolds make it. Who doesn't make it?
Anthir.
Oh shit.
I know.
Okay. Alright, so first of all, Annette didn't make it. So she stumbled, the boat sort of rocks underneath and she gets thrown out of the boat to there, and you see her splashing and sort of trying to sort of keep her head above water. And then, who's next in line? Nipa made it. Eldas made
No.
it.
No, I
Eldas
didn't.
make it.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Charmander
Charmander.
made it.
Made it.
Okay, so Eldas, you get knocked and rocked over. Actually, you'd go there. Okay, Anthir. Right, you get knocked over there, and immediately
I'm the closest to it.
you start feeling the weight of your armor dragging you down underneath the water. Okay. At the start of your turn, you're going to need to make a strength save to keep your head above water. Charmander makes it. And Nada, did you make it? Yes.
All kobolds made it.
All the kobolds made it. Okay.
Sneaky bastards.
Right. That is... So,
It's not so
Plesiosaurus 1 is going to snap out at the closest to him, which is Eldas. As you're sort of floundering in the water. You get a bite coming in at you. 11 doesn't hit though, does it?
La miss.
Okay, so it's going to take its movement 5, 10, and then it would attack from there. Okay, right. Charmander sees the boat rock underneath him, and everyone sort of start going flying overboard.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would that Plesiosaurus get an attack of opportunity from Nada? Nada was right next to it. Oh wait, no, Nipa.
From Nipa. If Nipa wants to make a melee attack on it,
Nipa really isn't in the situation to do a melee attack at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Charmander, what's Charmander doing?
Charmander is going to try and grab Eldas and help pull him up back
Oh.
into the boat.
Okay. Alright,
Not
so...
Eldas, sorry, Anthir, because he's closest to him and
Okay.
Yeah.
So you move up towards Anthir. Anthir, you see this this head of a raptor as you're sort of flaying come out and try and grab your arm. Can you make... can Charmander please make a... What should we say? Dexterity? Yeah, dexterity check. To see... No, okay, so it snaps on fresh air. It doesn't quite catch you. So, Anthir, you still feel yourself being dragged down. Okay. Anthir...
Eldas?
No. There's something else happening. Anthir,
shit.
as your face goes underneath the water, you gain obviously a better clarity of vision, which is unfortunate because you see something rather nasty heading in your way. Okay, it is very big.
No.
And it is going to. It's just circling at the moment. It's a little bit. There's a little bit too much action there happening. But you see it sort of swim underneath you, sort of right, probably about a good 30-40 feet, and come up back on this side here. Right.
Are you kidding
I like
me?
that.
Eldas.
I like that. I think we should get to land.
Eldas, what
Can
the fuck have you done?
Try and climb back on the boat.
You can do.
It'll definitely
Absolutely.
balance the boat in terms of
So make a dexterity check to see whether you pull the boat down and rock anyone else out as you try
I'm going
to
to use
sort of
my
make it up.
inspiration.
Okay. So you very, very adroitly managed to clamber back onto the boat without knocking anyone else over.
I think Nipa just looks at you and goes, Eldas, what are you doing?
Do you hand her an oar as well? Because she was one of the
Yeah.
oar people.
Give me an oar, I'll push us away as quick as I can.
Okay, so you get up and ready to start rowing. Anthir, please make a strength save. It's at 12, it's going to rise each time you in the water. Okay, so next time it's going to be 13 as your DC. You managed to keep your head above water at the moment. What are you going to do?
Can I reach out with one of my hands towards this creature that's next to me?
Yeah, I would say it's on a level with you. It's swimming into attack. Now that you're overboard, it's come up to the same sort of level as you.
Can I attack it and go up onto the boat, or can I only do one?
You could only do one.
Okay, I think I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
I am going to cast a level 3 inflict wounds while I've grabbed it.
Okay.
And it's necrotic energy that
I
passes
would-
through the body.
So can someone help
Tried
him?
to, but that's failed. I do have inspiration, but I doubt it's going to do much.
Yeah, that's is unfortunate. So yeah, you reach forwards and release this necrotic energy just as the current sort of pulls it away, and your hand just loses contact, and all the energy sort of crackles in the water, but doesn't make contact with the plesiosaurus. But you do lose that spell slot. Okay. Is there anything you want to do right now to try and make your predicament easier?
Hold on to the side of the boat.
Maybe just hold on to the bloody boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you reach up and you just holding on, just to stop you pulling over. Everyone else feels the boat sort of tilt slightly as the weight gets
I'm
distributed to
gonna
that side a bit more.
And I'm going to tell one of the people to get the rope out of my bag.
Can you even speak?
And try to-
You're underwater.
No, I'm not. I'm holding onto the side of the boat.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
It's,
right.
he's holding onto the boat. His hands there. His head's
Okay.
above water. He managed to sort of make the strength save because the DC was 12. So okay. All right. Annette. Right, she looks at you, Anthir, and she was like, "Should we try swim? What should we do?"
Just defend yourself while you can. There's somebody getting.
Just get on the boat. Just get on the boat.
Okay, she is going to attempt to climb up onto the boat with a dexterity of 3. Panic is beginning to set into her, and she's sort of scrabbling, and she can't make it up. But that's the end of her turn. She hasn't taken any damage, so she's still concentrating on your bless. Nipa.
Oh God. Would I be able to use my acrobatics to help pull her up, or would it be a athletics thing?
If you can describe a good acrobatics thing to pull her up, then yeah, we can go for that.
I mean, I can imagine, right, it's sort of just jumping over to grab her hand and then just falling back himself using his own weight.
Right.
Just pull her back, and I'm gonna use my bless. Obviously, I'm gonna use my bless on that as well.
Okay, so yeah, you
Extra
crouch down,
1d4.
your feet push up against the edge of the canoe, and you heave. And yes, you heave her up onto the canoe.
I think I just rolled and hit my head on the back of the canoe like, oh, that's just like dunk.
Okay. All right, Yoshie.
Yoshie is gonna look for the one that's right next to Anthir.
Okay.
Just is going to, with this like spinning dagger, which is like used as acting as an umbrella over us. With all that momentum, I'm just gonna strike at that plesiosaurus.
Okay, go for it. Okay, so 23 certainly hits that one. So 8, so it's 13. Okay, so there is blood pooling around in the water now, and you can see the shark beginning to sort of thrash and grow very excited. Anything else you want to do, mate?
Why does right no, I don't think there is anything else I can do.
Okay. Alright, so Plesiosaurus 3 is going to... Okay, so it's swims away, well, a little bit, and swings its head towards Nipa. And Nipa's going to see this this fanged maw lurching towards him, and does a 14 hit.
Nipa?
Yes.
No, I don't think I do. I'm using Arcane Reflection.
Okay.
That makes my AC 15.
15, okay, because that
And
was one height.
doesn't cost me a spell slot.
And it doesn't cost you a spell slot. Okay. Alright, so you manage with this, there's a blue flash of light as it sort of, where the jaw would have latched onto you, it just sort of pushes it back. Nada.
Is the thing still there?
What thing?
That thing.
Yes, that's still within range.
That thing's a dead thing.
Okay.
Let me get it up. Speed. One's a crit.
Oh, okay, so
Attack 1.
how do you kill this plesiosaur?
I think it's just like, you know when you desperately swipe something, it's just like, just stab. just get away. Just probably one goes into the eye, and it's just from there on out. It's a lost game.
You see all the muscles tense and then relax as it begins to sort of float down.
That dinosaur is now only of interest to historians and geologists.
And as it flows down, you see it sort of almost explode in a further cloud of blood as the giant shark swims up and starts tearing it apart.
Take a step back, just stumble back a little bit, turn round. What's happening here?
Okay, so you see another plesiosaurus, which is currently sort of trying to sort of snap at Anthir. You see Anthir holding onto the side of the boat, sort of like desperately trying to sort of fend it off.
Stab.
Stab.
Okay. And bonus action stab as well.
That scimitar speed is
advantage.
Yeah, you would get advantage.
Tactics.
So that's 13.
That's a crit.
Yep.
That's 16.
16 would hit.
2 crits and a 16.
Okay.
So that's 13, 21 damage onto that one.
Okay, yep, that's been taken off. And that's
No,
your
I was
bonus
just like,
action.
what are these things?
Dinosaur fishy things. So Plesiosaurus is going to.
Attack me properly.
Yeah, I think it's going to turn its attention onto Nada. And you see the head sort of like you inflict this damage on it. The head sort of snaps, in your direction, and then just you see it sort of dart forward at you. For 19, does 19 hit?
Yeah, I have moved, but I haven't declared I'm using Battle Master Maneuver, so yes, that does hit.
Okay, so 15 piercing damage as it latches onto you, your forearm. It tears a chunk out of your forearm as you sort of like trying to sort of push it out of the way.
I think it's like, ragdoll physics in a game. It's like, just this unbelievable level of strength, just grabs this small creature and just begins to wave it around. Or dropping it, yeah.
Okay, and it gulps down a chunk of your flesh.
Just look at my shoulder.
This Plesiosaurus is going to attack the boat again.
Miss!
Oh!
Fucking
Right. Okay, I think people need to make some dexterity saves, please.
Oh, I think Yoshie's the only one who needs to do it after my two, because Anthir's currently in the bloody sea.
Yeah.
Could you say he's a bit? Could you say he's a bit salty?
He's definitely going to be salty. Does anyone stay on the ship?
Nada.
Nada.
Nada does.
Nipa? Nipa maybe?
Just.
Nipa yes.
Just. And Charmander?
Is this going to be a kobold-led battle, for God's sake?
Okay.
No, Charmander got 11, Eldas got 7. So.
Okay. And then says Anthir's already out. Eldas, Charmander. What did Charmander get?
Charmander got 8, no, 7.
7. Okay, so
No, 11. 11. Charmander got.
11. Okay, so Charmander actually goes there, and he's in chainmail. He immediately starts sinking. Okay.
And Eldas grab hold of
Yoshie,
him, or?
Yoshie, you get knocked out.
What do I go?
There. Okay, so it's only the kobolds on the canoe now.
Just two very worried kobolds.
Okay, Charmander sinks.
Reaches out and tries to grab hold onto Eldas.
Okay.
Like literally, I suppose, bite.
He starts like trying to sort of clamber up on your back like a dog would try to get out of water if its zone is in the water. Okay, so let's see. Are you trying to fend him? Is Eldas trying to fend him off or assist him?
Oh, I'll try and assist him.
Okay, so he's like paddling towards you as much as he can, desperate fear in his eyes. He can make a assisted strength save. So at advantage.
What's the time when this is
9.
happening? Is it the morning or is it
No,
like
this is
dark?
evening. You just coming into the camp.
Oh, so it's not dark, so I can't fly.
Okay, it's a bit difficult. He cannot get any purchase on you, and the boat's sort of knocking Eldas about. So unfortunately, Charmander sinks about 15 feet. Down into
How
the
deep
water.
is this water?
He's got about another 5 feet to go before he hits the floor. At this point, it's about 20 foot deep where he is. It's about 30 foot deep where Anthir is. Probably a good 50 feet deep where Yoshie is. Okay, so the giant shark. I want to see if it has finished its meal or not. It finishes its meal. and it eyes Yoshie. Okay, so Yoshie, you see this darting up from beneath your feet, this giant mouth coming up to bite you. Giant shark bite. It has advantage. Oh, do you have all your hit points at the moment, Yoshie?
Yes, I do.
You do. Okay, so does a 14 hit?
Nope, I have 17 armor class.
Okay, so you sort of just push yourself out the way as this big mouth clamps shut where you were just swimming, and it misses.
Right.
Okay, Eldas. You see Charmander sinking in front of you or behind you.
I don't know if we can. Can I like thorn whip him towards me?
No.
Huh. Okay, so the whip cracks forward under the water, doing critical damage. So that's what, 19 points of damage to him. But it lashes around his neck, and you do get the chance to pull him up towards you. He is now head above water, and you can make a strength check to try and catch him and hold on to him. Yeah, so you managed to hold him head above water at the moment.
Would I not be able to try and throw him on the boat? Like, instead of just holding him up, would I not try and throw him?
No, because you've already
He's
done your
little, isn't he,
action.
compared to me.
Yeah, I mean, you've already done your action and everything. You can certainly assist him getting onto the boat on his turn. Yeah? Okay. Anthir, can you please make a strength save to keep your head above water? You have it at advantage because you're hanging onto the side of the boat.
Doesn't help. I used. Wait, no.
No, you've used already, I think.
No,
so,
it's yours who's used inspiration, but that wouldn't even help.
No, it wouldn't, no. So, you begin to sink, and you sink 15 feet down towards the rocky bottom, the sandy rocky bottom of the sea.
Does Anthir know how to, like, swim or something?
He does.
Yeah,
He does know how to swim.
Cool.
Right.
Thank God.
I'm just gonna try to swim, like, against the weight of my heavy armor, just
Okay.
into a shallower bit of water.
Yeah, you can swim 15 feet.
Okay. I do that.
Okay.
I swim 5, 10, 15. I do. Wait, is he above me, or do I still take a. Yeah.
Yeah, you take a attack of opportunity from the Plesiosaurus as you're trying to swim away.
And it hits.
It hits, so yeah, you take 15 points of piercing damage. I mean, where does that hit you? As you're swimming away, it's probably in the back of your head or something like that.
Yeah.
Sort of bludgeoning damage as it's sort of swimming towards you. Okay. So you are currently, you just swam, you were down 15 feet and you swam 15 feet that way. Okay. So your feet touch the bottom of the sand. You can stand, but you are 15 feet below the surface of the water at the moment. Now, holding your breath, you can hold your breath for 1 minute, plus an extra minute for each of your constitution modifiers. So you've got plenty of time to hold your breath. You don't need to worry about it too much at the moment. Anything else you want to do? Anthir, anything else you want to do? Anything else you can do?
No, I mean, unless I can use my action to rush, you know, like move double the movement.
Yeah, no, I'd say with everything that you've had to try and do, no, unfortunately not. Inette is going to try climb back onto the boat. And fails miserably. Nipa?
Nipper, right. So everyone's just jumping off the boat, are they? Everyone's just swimming away.
We're
So I
not
see Anthir
jumping
swimming
off,
away.
mate. We're bloody knocked off.
You can try and move the boat, if you like.
Yeah, I don't really have much chance to do it, do I?
Well, there's oars on the boat. If you want to attempt to move the boat, you can. It'll be a strength check, a DC 13, and you can move 10 feet.
So it's not a difficult strength check.
No.
Yeah, but this is a wizard with -1 strength.
Good point.
Or you could try take out one of the enemies.
Nipper's going to just shuffle towards the edge of the boat. And is this one still up or is it down now?
Yeah, no, it's still up. Well, its head is underwater, but you can see the hump of its back as it's sort of beginning to sort of dive down and sort of move towards Anthir.
And this one?
That one's head is above water, and it's looking very intently at Eldas. It's looking a little bit more hurt than the other one.
Put it down. 20.
It's a 20 for pack tactics. Yeah, okay. Brilliant. So, you do 12 points of damage. Another chromatic orb. And this is lightning damage again, is it?
No, lightning, yeah, because I'm assuming fire is not going to go very well with water.
Okay. So you see this orb of lightning sort of arc towards it, and it's just, you see it spread out, the electric crackles. As it does a lot of damage. It's sort of on its last legs. A good hit will probably take it out. Yoshie.
Alright, Yoshie is going to attempt to climb back onto the boat.
Okay. Dexterity.
So, dexterity, acrobatics, or just dexterity?
Yeah, you could try acrobatically doing it.
What?
Okay.
I have +7. I rolled a 2.
Are you blessed?
You are blessed.
No.
No, you're
Oh,
not
Yoshie's
blessed.
blessed.
No, it's Yoshie. It's Anthir that's blessed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who's got inspiration still? If they wanted to give it up.
Anthir does. Anthir does.
Does
Nada does.
Anthir's going to give up his inspiration.
Okay.
Nada can keep his.
So you get into the canoe.
And is that my main action?
I'll allow you. I'd say that's your movement. I'll allow you an action. You can move the boat, or you can attack.
Can I also have a bonus action?
You have a bonus action, yeah.
I'm going to use a bonus action to apply. Where is it? One serpent's poison.
Okay.
To my chain dagger.
Okay.
And I'm going to slash at this person.
At that one, okay.
With my chain dagger. So, do you know what damage serpent's poison is?
No, you're going to have to link it or tell me. I think it's 2d8. And isn't it an action to apply poison?
I thought it was a bonus action.
Use one action to apply.
Oh, okay, well I'm not going to attack them, I'm just going to apply my serpent's poison.
Okay. And, alright, and so any bonus action? You don't want to do any bonus action?
The only bonus action I can really use is to defend myself from ranged attacks, and I don't think these guys have any.
Or take the dodge action?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay. Alright, Plesiosaurus 3 is deaded. You can go. Alright, Nada. You see a very wet, bedraggled cat drag itself up onto the canoe behind you.
Quick look back, quick look forward. I see So I see Nipa's gone for a. No, I see Nipa's gone for a straight. Nala goes in, wielding the scimitar and goes for a slash.
Okay. I'm on the wrong one.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
25, nice, for 7 slashing damage. Okay. Almost, but not quite. This thing it's beginning to sort of thrash and panic. And you see, you get the idea it's probably going to be trying to run away.
Another one.
How do you kill this?
I think I rush past and slash it across the chest and go, wait, no, it's dead, not dead. Woof.
So one big gash opens up, and then on the reverse stroke, it just catches the neck, and you see the head topple up into the sky, spinning, and then with a splash, it lands in the surf as a wave breaks over the top.
Before it sinks, can I try and grab it and learn them shape?
No, we are not doing this.
No, please.
I'm open fire.
It's beginning to sink. You will have a chance at the start of your turn. Okay.
For God's sake.
All right, Nada.
Nada, yeah, he's ready to like. What are we doing, guys? I think like he goes to grab an orb, but he's not sure if we're jumping. Are we not? What are we doing?
Okay. While you sort of like looking around desperately, this plesiosaurus just pops its head up. Nada's looking at sort of at Nipa and sort of saying, well, you know, what are we doing? And just behind Nipa's head comes this big, massive head, just clamps down on him for 13 piercing damage. I don't think you're going to be at 24.
No, I think you're probably dead because you're a wizard.
No, that's half.
Yeah. Okay. So it tears a chunk out of your shoulder, and gobbles it down, swallows it.
There's this scream of pain, just tossed back onto the boat.
There's now blood making it all slick underfoot as it is sliding against the wood. Charmander is currently being held fast by Eldas.
Who is going to guide him onto the boat? Hopefully, Charmander climbs up.
Let's try. Okay, so it's either Charmander can roll a strength check at advantage, or Charmander can roll a strength and Eldas can roll a strength, and we take the highest. Okay, let's hope Charmander does better than that.
That was Charmander.
Oh, that was Charmander. Yes. Okay, so Charmander's still scrabbling and panicking. It doesn't quite work, but then with a heave, you just sort of push him up over the lip of the boat, and he sort of tumbles down into the sloshing water in the base. Okay, so Charmander is up. I will allow him an attack at this plesiosaur, as its head is about jaw height to him. Okay, so 14 does hit, so he does 5 piercing damage. Okay, but the claws just lash out at nothing. The giant shark. Right.
I think I would take out the plesiosaur first and then the giant shark.
Hopefully, the giant shark doesn't one and eat that one.
As the
Yeah, 'cause you're
plesiosaur
drunk-
begins to sink, Eldas, and you are reaching out to touch it, the giant shark takes a bite at it, and will whip it away from your hand if it lands. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
27
latches
damage.
onto this plesiosaur and just starts ripping like that. And as your hand sort of reaches out, it's just whipped away from you.
You don't want to get hit by that.
It's about sort of ends up around about sort of there. So you'd have to sort of swim towards it to touch it.
I
So
don't
yeah.
really think that's a good idea.
So no, trying to touch the shark instead then?
No.
You can't learn the shark form. It's too high a CR.
Yeah, no, I'm just joking.
You're a dead druid if you keep doing this.
I
And if it's not the enemies, it'll
am
kill you,
going
it'll
to use. I want to help that woman we've got with us back on the boat and
Annette.
use my blessing.
Okay, so you want to help Annette get onto the boat. All right, let's see if you can help lift her over. So it's a strength check. Yeah, unfortunately
Wow.
it's too much. She's quite heavy, and her cloak is all sort of soaked in water and everything. It's quite a heavy weight to have to lift over. Even with the extra D4, it's not quite enough.
Yeah, no, but I said I'd use it, so I thought
Sure.
I should do that.
Did you want to swim? I mean, you can swim. You're not in armor or anything, so you've got 30 feet. I think that is your swimming distance. So you can swim to the Plesiosaurus, touch it, and swim back, or...
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna do
smart.
that.
Okay. Alright, so make your nature check, DC 15. As you lean forward, your consciousness goes onto that sort of network of the spirits, and yes, you manage to learn the form of this. Save changes. Right, it should be in your book and available, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you lean forward, you touch this, and you gain the knowledge of this particular form. Okay. And you staying there, or you swimming towards shore?
No, I will swim back to the boat.
Okay.
Just to. I might try and swim there.
Okay.
Can I go that far? That was 15.
Okay. Right. Anthir, your feet are touching rocks below you, and the water's 15 feet above you.
I think I'm just going to try to swim, like, up, but diagonally, sort of a bit towards the boat.
A bit towards the boat, so you get into there, and so that your head's above water now, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So as your feet aren't on the ground, at the start of your next turn, you have to make a strength saving check to keep above the water, okay?
Okay.
Any actions, or...
Yep, I'm going to... Can I grab onto the boat?
Not from there.
Or... Okay.
No.
I might use guiding bolt on the shark.
Okay. Right, let's see how that works.
There's going to be my last level 3 spell slot, but that's fine because I don't have any level 3 spells anyways, except for Animate Dead, that only animates humanoids.
And it is night time anyway. So 22 certainly does hit. So you hit it for 16 points of damage. So this, again, this beam of light sort of arcs towards it. It's the same sort of sizzling sort of effect, and the veins. There's now a very small puncture hole in the side of this now even angrier shark. Annette is going to try to get on the boat again. Boom! She makes it.
Oh, nice.
Alright, and everyone sort of makes way for her. And I'll say she gets onto there. Brilliant. Any actions? No. Nipa.
Okay.
You can try move the boat as well, remember, everyone.
Yeah, I think that's what Niles will do, but for... I'm gonna cast... Mate... I'm casting Mage Armor. I'm not risking going down in the sea.
Okay.
And then, is there any bonus actions I can do?
What does
with
that take your mage
Sorry.
armor up to? It's 15, isn't it?
It's 16.
16, okay. Alright, you're not preparing any actions, or...
I can't.
That's the only thing you got, yeah.
I just don't want to be. I don't want to be killed.
Okay. Alright, Yoshie, the shark is under the water and not within reach. However, the plesiosaurus is within 10 feet of you, and its head and neck are viable targets.
I'm gonna whip my chain dagger at this plesiosaurus neck.
And this is poisoned.
Slash R 3d6, slash R 3d6. So 9 damage, 7 damage, 7 damage, 11 damage.
So why the 3d6s?
Because I applied Serpent's Venom to it and it does 2 attacks. Once it hits, it jerks back.
Serpent's Venom is the 3d6, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing the... okay, that's cool. Alright, so 26 hits, 9, 7 is 16, plus... It's 23, 33, 34, to this one. Okay, so this multiple slashing and poison combination kills that plesiosaur. And it again, its muscles stiffen, and it's the poison that actually does it, and it begins to froth at the mouth, and it begins to fall below the waves. Okay, nice. Nada.
And I take my bonus action.
No.
Sorry, Nada, 1 second. Sorry, Yoshie, you're going to do a bonus action.
Yeah, and I use my bonus action to dodge.
Okay, cool. Alright, so yeah, Nada.
No, I was going to try and oar the boat using athletics.
Brilliant. Okay. Alright, so 1 second. Let me do this. So you're just heading straight for... Did you want to move to there?
Just 10 feet forward.
Yeah, just 10 feet forward. So that's 1 and there.
2.
Okay, and everyone moves with it. So I'll move that back there. The boat is moved. That's your action to move the boat. Alright,
yeah.
Plesiosaurus 2 is out. Charmander.
I think he's too far away to do anything,
yeah,
isn't he?
The shark is underneath you at the moment. So, okay. Giant shark is going to... Yoshie, you see the giant shark swim underneath you, under the boat, and attack Eldas. Okay, so Eldas. 13, does a 13 hit?
Nope.
No, okay, so you see this sort of coming towards you, snap out at you, you just lurch to the side as it misses. Eldas, what are you doing?
I'm going to transform into my new wild shape.
Yay! Drag it on. I'll move these.
Yeah, it doesn't let me go onto the character sheet or anything on it yet, though.
Okay, let me just... if you drag it on, and I'll... Can you?
Yeah, no, it's not letting me.
Okay, Thesaurus, edit, can be edited and controlled by Eldas. There we go. Now? Yes?
Yeah, but I still can't drag it on for some reason. One sec.
You sounded like you were talking underwater there, very
Yeah,
appropriately.
it's doing a weird thing with the picture. It's not letting me drag it.
Okay, let me just... Okay, I'm going to put it down there Plesiosaurus 4 is you, yeah? And I'm just going to move you up onto the beach here for now. So,
I mean, does that freak the shark out at all?
okay. Yeah, I think it does freak him out a little bit. However, he's fairly confident that he can eat a plesiosaurus, and he does on a fairly regular basis. So, are you going to? You've got an attack this turn if you want.
I do, but can I not try and pick poor old Anthir up and put him on my back to swim to shore?
You certainly can do.
Thank you.
You certainly can do. Alright, so let's make it a dexterity check to sort of grab him gently in your teeth and put him on your back.
I'm really bitten.
Okay.
Can I not just hurt him? So we're not just jump a bit hard.
No, I think... yeah, actually, I think so. Let's see. Yeah, you're not that dexterous. Make an attack against Anthir with a bite.
I bet you can be like 200 damage.
25. Does a 25 hit you, Anthir?
I think so.
So take 11 piercing damage as this this gentle giant tries unsuccessfully to lift you on her back.
Can I do a healing word in a wild shape?
Unfortunately not, no. That would be quite cool.
It's a bonus action, but I suppose I can't talk.
Well, it's to Anthir, but anyway. Alright, so that's the end of your turn then, yeah? You're going to hang around... Because, you've got a lot of swim speed left, if you wanted. But
yeah, I'd like to take us as close to shore as I can get.
Okay. So, should we say you're holding your movement you're holding your action to take that movement once Anthir is secure, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Anthir, would you like to try get onto the back of this
Yes.
plesiosaur? Alright, make a strength check to be able to pull yourself up.
Which I'm also not that good at.
Yeah. It's... moving underwater and everything doesn't... It's very, very difficult to do. So, unfortunately, you don't manage to make it onto the plesiosaur. You can swim if you like, though.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna swim by myself, like...
Okay.
3, 5, 10, 15.
Okay. Alright. Inette is going to try and paddle. And move it forward. No. Ineffectively, she hasn't got a paddle, so she's just trying to use her hand, and it's just splashing the water. That's all it's doing. Nipa, you see a giant shark beneath the boat, and a new plesiosaurus.
Do I recognise that one as Eldas?
You look at its eyes, and the eyes are milky white.
Eyes, milky, glowing white.
Okay. Nearly panics. Doesn't panic. I tell you what. I'm gonna cast Cause Fear on the shark.
Cause fear. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, it's just one creature you can see within range. Okay, I did say you could see it, so let's see. Wisdom. The wisdom of the shark. They're actually quite wise, you know.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah,
They're old.
19. So you send this fear towards it, but it just shrugs it off.
I mean, you're trying to scare a shark. Like, there's not really much it's going to be scared of.
There's me! I'm scary!
You're 3.5 foot. Alright, so yeah, Yoshie, what are you doing?
I think Yoshi's going to see this shark, and can I hit him with my chain dagger?
He's
Or am I not
too
gonna
far
be able-
below you at the moment.
Oh, so I can't.
Yeah, I mean, you could always hold the action to try and hit it if it comes in range, or you can try
I
and
think
move
I'm
the
gonna
ship.
Move up to here. No, I'm gonna try to move the ship. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a ship.
I did say ship, but yeah, okay.
Holy shit.
So, strength check, please. 13 is the DC. Yes, so you managed to move it, I imagine, directly forward, yeah?
Yep.
5,
I don't want to move the shark
10.
too.
No, the shark will go back. Okay. So you are closer to shore. Alright. Nada?
Heave.
Heave ho!
Yes.
And let's see
Just
how far
focus on
you can
getting us
move
out
it.
here at this point.
Athletics.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately. What is it that fails to move the ship forward? What is it that's the
Don't you
issue?
have a inspiration?
Yeah, but sometimes stuff does go wrong.
His pack tactics not coming.
No, that's an attack.
No, it's attack, yeah.
So
Okay.
I think what happens is Nada goes to heave. You know when you stumble, like, you know, you're on a boat and you go to step forward, and you just stumble forward a couple steps.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think
when
that
you
happens.
the bottom drops out and you expect there to be contact, but there's
But
no
there's
contact, and yeah, I know exactly what
And
you
you,
mean.
and, you,
Okay.
and you just don't register it until
Yeah.
the next step. Yeah, that's what happens. Nada's not a boating man or kobold, whatever you want to call him.
Fair enough. Okay, so Charmander just not chillaxing in the middle, or
Just
Yeah, he doesn't. He can't really help pushing all. So
yeah. I mean,
Bite.
I think he's
Bite
standing
my
there sort
leg.
of rigid with wide eyes, and I mean, this water shit's not really his cup of tea at all. So, especially when he's wearing that heavy chainmail. So yeah, he's just petrified, staying literally dead centre of mass. All right, giant shark is going to swim towards this tasty looking plesiosaurus, and he's going to take. Have you taken any damage as the plesiosaurus?
no.
So he doesn't.
Okay, so he swims up towards the plesiosaurus, but catches the scent of blood from Anthir. And he swims up towards Anthir, and he has a blood frenzy. So he's got advantage on this.
that's bullshit.
Oh! So yeah, Anthir.
I'm dead.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
Anthea,
49.
what's your max HP?
It's not 49.
My
It's 56,
Mine-
60 or something like that.
'I'll say,
Okay.
is he dead? Like just straight dead? No, he's not. Okay, thank God.
No, I am.
So Eldas, you
No, isn't
see
like dead beyond repair.
Oh no.
Anthir almost in two pieces in the water in front of you, and there's just this cloud of blood. As you see this, the shark swim in, take a massive bite, and sort of like go off and sort of circle around to come back for another attack. What are you doing?
I'm gonna grab. How close am I to shore now?
You're
Or where
5,
the
10,
shark
15,
can't, the
20.
waters would be too.
You're 20 feet before you can get onto the shore. The shark can attack up to basically where the shoreline is. It sort of like semi-beaches itself to get up there. But anything within 15 feet of the shore, so like within that, it will attack at disadvantage because it's beaching itself. Yeah, so
Fine,
anything
I'm gonna
15
try
feet
and
out.
pick Anthea up again and get him to shore.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just floating. It's floating loosely. It's sort of going down towards the bottom. You lean down and you try and take it up in your... I mean, how are you doing this? Are you doing it with your teeth? Because if you do any damage, it's going to be a death save.
Can I try and just push him with my flipper?
You may. So yeah, dexterity.
Oh, okay.
So you could use acrobatics or anything like that as well. It's an ability check. No, we'll say okay. Survival. We'll accept the survival. You managed to move him 15 feet. So move yourself and him. I'll move him like 1, 2, like there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, that's just movement, or did moving him count as an action?
Moving him counted as an action. You still have movement left, though. A lot of movement left if you wanted.
Okay. I will get myself on there.
Okay.
Does losing wild shape count as another action?
As a bonus action, you can dismiss it, I believe.
Yeah, I dismiss it.
Okay. So, yeah, because you're a bit clumsy on land, by the way. That's that. So 20 foot.
I can imagine.
Yeah, same.
Just wibble, jelly on a plate.
There we go. All right. So, but that will be the end of your movement and everything for this one. Anthir,
Yeah.
please make a death save.
Please don't get a critical fail. Please don't get a critical fail. Please do not get a critical fail. Oh.
Okay, so mark one off. It's close to a critical fail. Oh my god.
Yeah,
The game really isn't really liking you today, is it?
You didn't like me last week with my rolls either.
yeah, but the shot didn't do 48 damage to you in one hit.
In net. How brave is she?
Pick up an oar.
Yeah, she's going to pick up an oar. She says, if you can get me to your colleague, I can help. And she starts furiously paddling. Makes no impact whatsoever.
Do you think she's just like lightly hitting the shark?
No, the shark's actually quite far below the boat at the moment, yeah.
I'll say, like,
Yeah.
if he's just like tailing, if he's like slap.
The shark is basically on the floor, so it's about 15 feet below at the moment. Alright, so Nipa, are you going to try oar it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's get your strength.
Nipa tries to go one.
Can't make it a crit. This 3.5 foot kobold. 5, no. Just splashing water back at Annette, that's all you're really doing.
Come on!
Yoshie?
So since the shark is within 15 feet, I can still attack him with my chain dagger, just,
Yeah, I don't see how the physics works of something flying through water, but I don't think D&D takes that into account in the slightest.
No,
so...
actually they kind of do. I think it's with bows.
Those slugging.
Yeah, I think with bows it does. I think any projectile can't go beyond its normal range. And I think some of them have disadvantage.
Yes.
And I looked up.
So yeah, you let's say you can hit. You can attempt to hit. Oh, okay.
so...
Alright, so let me just do this. That's 15.
Does it still have that poison on it
24.
as well, or does that only say...
Yeah.
I'm just going to roll the poison now.
24. Minus 13.
So 13, 8, 11 and 5.
No, it's a crit, so it's 15,
No, it's not crit. It's
9.
Disadvantage, isn't it? It's 15 feet, so it's disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Okay, so, yeah. This time it's the its own blood that this giant shark senses as it blooms in the water.
Blood frenzy in itself. No. I've
Yes.
found crossbows, nets, javelins, spears, and tridents are all able to be used normally underwater. For all other ranged weapons, they suffer disadvantage. But all
Right.
weapons must be used within animal range. Going beyond that, the attack automatically misses.
Okay. Right. Cool. Good to know. All right. So Nada.
Does this count as a ranged weapon?
Yeah, it would do.
It
if
does
you're
count as a
attacking
ranged
range.
weapon. Yeah.
But your disadvantage was still high enough to hit anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hee-ho.
16 is enough to move it. So 5, 10. Okay, so not quite enough to actually sort of drag it up onto the sand.
Is that because you're dragging the shark still too?
But you're getting to the point where the shark would have to attack at disadvantage if it still wants to eat you. Okay, Charmander. If Charmander wanted to make a running jump to try get to shore, he could do.
Yeah, he hates the boat. He
Yeah.
sees land and he's going for it.
That's it. So he jumps out of the boat. Make an
Got the
athletics.
Right, I'll put acrobatics, is that?
Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, you can move your full movement. Where are you
He
going?
jumps off Nada's head, just using him as a stepping stone.
And then he was going to run towards.
Okay, well no, that was, so that's 5, 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. So he could get to there. Okay,
Even with that.
giant shark. Let's see. He's wise. Right, you guys see the giant shark swim under the boat and head towards one of these non-attacking corpses and rip a chunk out of that and start munching on that. Eldas.
Get it back
I'm
here,
going
guys.
to do cure wounds.
Cure wounds, brilliant.
Thank you.
I'm going to do it at high level as well.
So Anthir is healed by...
Just checking, I can only do up to level 3, so.
So let's get some nice ones in here.
16.
16
Thank
points.
you.
So the energy flows through your body.
And as a bonus action, I shout a healing word towards Charmander at level 1.
Okay, nice. And he heals for 6. Brilliant. Alright, so Anthir, yeah, you feel with a gasp and a cough from the water that you've swallowed sort of coming out of your throat, you gasp awake and conscious again, lying on Eldas's lap as she's mended some of your wounds.
I said, thank you, Eldas.
He's still swinging like a hinge, though.
Yeah, there's still large chunks of you missing.
Yeah.
This.
You've got a
It's
long
like-
way to recovery yet, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's see if you can still make it.
Yeah, dear.
I think there's a couple sort of
Which parts of my
entrails
body are
dangling
missing?
down the side and stuff like that.
Oh.
It's
Okay,
still looking
so I can
quite
still
bad.
stand up and attack.
No.
Because if you stood up,
There's
you'd
nothing
probably
to
have to have
attack.
one hand on to keep your guts in.
Okay.
You'd
I
fold
can do
like
that
a fish.
because I'm just going to use a spell anyway.
Okay.
You'd fold like a fish.
So I'm going to like stand up and I'm just going to have one hand and I keep my intestines and everything from dangling out of my body.
Right.
And I'm just going to like shoot this guiding bolt out of my hand towards this shark.
Okay. And again, shoots through the water, and 15 does hit
19 damage.
for 19.
Because I only got a 2 in the higher level cards.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see the it snap around as it takes this damage, and sort of turns to face you lot again.
I'm gonna just stand above you and be like, "You're so stupid. That was just leaving us alone then." Get out of the water now!
And stop bleeding everywhere. But everyone stop bleeding!
Isn't it my entire movement if I stand up, or is it only half?
Half your movement.
Okay, and I'm just gonna move like alright.
Just get out of the water. Just get out of the water. Beach,
One,
beach, 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 beach. Get in the fucking beach.
And maybe help drag the boat up if you can. Well, no, actually, you're still holding guts in.
No, yeah. You
Yeah.
just get out of the bloody water and stop attacking the shark. Maniac.
Well, Anthir didn't know that the shark was not attacking him.
You know what?
The entire land.
Anthir hears a grumble of thunder from above him, and you glance up. There's no thunderclouds in the sky, but you gain inspiration from your god, the god of battle, as you attempted.
Stupid.
No, as you attempted to continue on the battle in such bad. So yeah, you can get inspiration for that.
Yes.
Your god thinks you're heroic, and I think you're an idiot.
Stupid.
It's like your mum and your mate. Your mate's like, yeah, come, we can do this. Your mum's like, what the hell are you doing, son? You look at you're bleeding everywhere. Let's get you patched up.
What? You eating with metal knife and fork? I've told you that's dangerous. You're only 21 years old. Okay. So yeah, Anthir, you're bleeding merrily onto the sand. Annette moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, and she's going to attempt to. She jumps out into the water and tries to pull the canoe behind her a little bit while you're paddling. She's going to do her strength check. No difference. Doesn't make any difference whatsoever. But it looks like her intention is to head towards Anthir as soon as possible. Nipa.
Shoot the shark with a spell.
Paddle or pull doesn't matter. It's the same strength DC if you're going to move the thing. If you're going to try attack the shark, then it's whatever it is.
Would it not be at advantage, though?
To attack the shark?
No, to push the boat.
No, she did
No.
nothing.
No.
But she's trying.
She's very trying, very ineffectual as well. Except for her bless.
This is about to be more ineffectual. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like I can do this and just falls over, just fonk.
So what are you doing? Trying to paddle, or are you trying to jump out of the boat and
Paddling.
help pull?
Paddling.
Paddling.
He
Okay.
does not want to jump out in that water.
Okay.
It's like everyone's like standing up and he's like, yeah, but that would drown me.
All right, Yoshie. What's Yoshie going to do then?
Yoshie is going to. How far away is this shark?
The shark is. I'd say it's within. Yeah, 15 feet of you.
Alright, he's gonna whip at it with the chain dagger.
Okay, 14. Does 14 hit? 14 does hit. So. 9, 7, 16, 27, 35. Nice. Okay.
And I'm gonna move forward one.
Does it say how long Serpent's venom lasts for?
I don't know how long poisons last.
Okay, if you just have a quick look on the poisons thing, and there should be a write-up on Serpent's venom as well.
Poisonous kit.
It might be the poisons handout that it's on.
Yeah, I'm on the poison. Oh wait, no. Injury. Remains potent until delivered through a wound or washed off. So actually, I shouldn't have got it.
Yeah, so you don't get it this time. So I'd add on 19. Okay. So basically, you paying, because you bought that, you're paying 200 gold for 66 worth of damage for the poison.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Did a lot of damage though. It's well worth that.
And I'm going to master or tam under my breath to teleport 5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to move 5. Oh wait, no, 10 because I've already moved 5. 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. So, Nada. You see.
Gotta be kidding it.
You see.
He just grumbles like, God's sake, get the bird on. I just angrily just pushes the boat.
Yes. Okay. So yes, with the final heave, you managed to drag it up onto the beach.
On top of that poor person.
And he dismounts.
Dismounts. Okay, so we're out of initiative order here now. The shark can't attack you from where it is. And while you pull the boat up onto shore to keep it safe, you can move the boat to wherever you like. You see the giant shark just finishing up these other corpses down the bottom here. And then swims off. So...
I'm going to start assessing the damage on the boat.
Yeah,
okay.
I think Nada would help out with that. Let's get this repaired. As he just pulls out.
Well, if you're going to do that, then we need to think about making camps so that Eldas, so that Anthir and that can heal.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to bring all the stuff over, all the camp stuff over. You no longer have a tent. But you have a
Wouldn't we have brought one?
You didn't say.
So,
Do you want a tent?
Yeah, I thought we would have
Lose-
brought one. I do apologise.
Yeah, lose 10 gold, and we'll retcon that you did.
Yeah, I'll pocket it. Sorry.
Okay.
I'll take that on me.
Right.
Because I swear I thought we must have done it last session or whatever.
Yeah, no,
I've
that's fair
still
enough.
got a hammock. Not
You've got your
a-
hammocks and all that still, yeah.
Yeah, but it's...
Right, so I'll just pop it there. You guys can move it all around to wherever you want. There should be a campfire there. Yeah, there is a campfire underneath the net. Okay, set your thing up. Right, so I'll put it out there just in case someone wants to do it. Does anyone want to dive back into the sea and see if they can harvest some of these plesiosaurs? Or are you going to leave it to the giant shark? That's
Does it look like the shark?
The giant
the shark will
yeah.
stay
How's the
there
shark?
until the point that everything's eaten up, and then it will swim away.
could we try
Yeah, I
and
ain't...
track the shark?
I
No.
might try.
How about a no? How about we just leave it?
Okay.
Yeah, but my potions, I might be able to
Yeah.
get something really good.
Your brother
It's up to
nearly
you.
died from that shark.
Well,
That was a big bite. I've got to say,
Yeah.
that was a big bite by that shark.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's some of the strongest damage we've had this entire
Oh yeah.
series from a mob.
Anthir are blood related though.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
Brilliant.
we're going to get 1,250 experience divided by... It's 6 now, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
For killing
6, yeah.
all of those overpowered things.
Yep.
1,150. Okay. Oh, and just to...
Got 210 experience each.
And just to be clear, we got 2,000 extra experience at the start of the session,
We did,
right?
yeah.
You did, yeah.
So now we're all at 16,546.
Okay.
And then we add
56.
Yeah.
So mine was on 16,756 now. That's what mine is now.
Mine is on
Yeah,
1,000.
now it'll be 756.
the earlier.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We
Yeah.
are in agreement then. The court is dissolved.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Alright.
Okay, so that's all set up as the campfire and everything, yeah?
So we're sorry. What are we all on?
Okay, Karen.
16756.
Dying. That's what we're all on. We're on dying.
Okay. Night falls.
Yoshie, I think Yoshie's just gonna fly about a bit and survey the area.
Okay. Shall we have a quick break to make a cup of tea and stuff, and then we
Yeah.
can go through the
Sounds
the
good.
night and everything? Yeah, I think it's
quick
been
break
about a
is
couple
good.
hours now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Christ.
All right.
Sure.
See you in a bit. Back in a moment. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.